All right, well, it's time to do some more work. I'm excited to get into some interesting comps here, but I think we have some memories to apply, which is very exciting. After all, we yes, indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Legion didn't have their final memory. That's kind of insane. So let's see. So Legion has crit and damage. Positive banter is potentially okay, but so is bleed resist. We'll have to think about that one. It does look like we got a pretty bad draw here. If we're being honest. Doesn't ranged have something else that it does too? Bacon Magician, or am I hallucinating? These are all pretty awful. We could take bleed resist on our Hellion. That's probably worth taking. Like what do you have right now? So you need damage. You need crit and damage. These memories are all trash, so we may end up taking near none of them. We got every resist and very little else. Yeah, I think I want stress damage resist or HP on Legion. Am I about to take none? The only one that's tempting. No, see, she needs the damaged ones too. Now let's see. You also need the Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take no memories here. That's a bitter pill to swallow. All right.
The road calls once more to its dark passenger.
And we're gonna do Act 4. But I haven't really given a lot of thought. So we could do a quick Act 1 just to reset memories. But cuz actually hold on, let me check something really quickly. Please hold.
Fully understand its nature.
I want to see how much Darkest Dungeon we need to do right now. 1 2 3 4 5. We need 5. So 7 is pretty good. Okay. Let's do a quick experimental denial, and then we'll do a reach. I've been well, Stefan. Sorry, I missed your message. I have like my combined, and then I have the other one. But anyways, yeah, no, things have been good. The holidays were vaguely insane though. Just so much stuff going on, like finishing stream, then flying to San Diego, then coming back right before stream, etc., etc. We're gonna remember to buy a pet this time. So what do we want to do? Yeah, that Blood Mage was looking good, Bacon. Looking good. We haven't taken out the Occultist in a while. I don't think. Well, I think we did take out the Occultist not that long. I think we've actually been doing a pretty good job taking folks out. We haven't taken the Plague Doctor out, but the Plague Doctor gets so much love. I think I do want to do a. I do want to get a Crusader out, but not a Banneret Crusader. What's the deal with the Templar? What's your... So your smite is that, whereas here... So wait, what is the Wanderer smite? Wanderer smite is more damage on that. The Templar smite is stress heal on that, becoming a big stress heal. That's interesting. Then also Rallying Cry changes. Defend 2 and 30% healing received. Transfer regen to target when target is low health. Interesting. How is Across the Obelisk and Against the Storm? Last days for the Steam sale, thinking about picking them up. I think they're both great games, Bacon Magician. We played the heck out of Across the Obelisk, and it is a fantastic game. On Killing Blow, Execution when Burning. I think I like the look of the Aggressor looks pretty good here. Yeah, let's try an Aggressor, and I'm gonna put him in the background because we're gonna move forward. If I were buying one now, Bacon Magician, I would probably buy Against the Storm. I think it has a little more depth and it's a little more up my alley, but they are both exceptionally good. We'll bring out our Alchemist of repute, and then. Who else do we want to bring in here? We could go Crusader and Duelist. I did not like Intrepid, though, so let's find a different one. I feel like when you mouse over these, they should show you the before and after. Ooh, so when target is that, go into offensive stance. That's interesting for disengage. The boot and then coup de grace. We'll try the antagonista here. This is interesting. Means that we have our riposte enabler again. And then what do we need here? So what's going to happen is she's going to move all the way to the front. Then we're going to start Holy Lancing forward. Maybe we go with like a little Vanguard action to round things out. Bacon, thank you so much for the cheer. Greatly appreciated. That is very nice. Yeah, thank you as always. All right, let's go with this party. This is kind of an interesting party. We'll stick with Vanguard. All right. And by kind of an interesting party, this is a weird party. I do want to be very clear about that, but that's what we're going for. A Duelist riposte tank build. It was interesting. So how do you reliably get protection, or not protection, but taunt? I guess is the challenge. Also, at some point, we should rename our Duelist. I can go into the game files and edit them. We should come up with a better name. Because I'm not in the business of people dying. Saying that now means that this run is going to be absolutely catastrophic. But like we already have that going, so. She's doing some work.
A promising development.
I love Holy Lance. I really do. I think this is an interesting team, actually. I think there might be something to this. Which is usually a recipe for us dying a terrible death. There was no taunt. The team was Riposte Highwayman, Finale Jester, and Vestal for some healing. I don't understand how you can, like, I feel like reliable defense is really important. Like, reliable taunt is really important if you're going to be investing a lot in generating riposte tokens. but
soften your gaze. It is safe here.
all right. So I think this is a fun one for Hatchling Crocodilian. So we'll grab that. Oh boy, a Sagear. I think even on these short runs, it's worth picking up a Sagear.
Anything that lets us travel further.
Songbook of Touching Dirges, I'm sure we can offset the badness. Don't think we need any torches in our lives. We're not doing reach right now. So I think we can pick up the pyrotechnics. Let's pop this and see how badly we do. All right, big money. All right, that's why we like that.
Planning and mindfulness as vital to survival.
There we go. Now let's see. What you get more riposte off this? That's not bad. Combo blind 2 and defensive. That's interesting. We need more combo to make that fully work. I'm so we need combo generation, it seems. So Sahar in this particular, now that I'm looking at it, the Antagonista seems like a big consumer of combo. I don't think we need that. All right, we can do that. Now let's see. Back to mastery spending.
Listen, practice, improve.
I think bolster is our better option there, but we'll grab those. We don't really need your battle. I think we have tons of healing if we need it. So how are we getting into stance here? We can touche right off the bat to get into defensive stance. Then we can disengage to get a blind. That's a pretty nice combo, actually. But we're probably going to be opening with a feint right off the bat. This disengage is really nice though if we can swing it. So I'll grab that and then Inspire. It's inspiring how little difference it makes. This gives us a lot of combo. So maybe I'll grab that. Or more combo, I should say.
The first of many forks in the road.
Annotated textbook.
And ride out unbowed.
Unfortunately, I don't think we can quite make it work there. We're probably not going to be going melee. We could, switching to surgeon. I mean, we could. Avoid the field hospital isn't too bad. Anything else we want to pick up? We could grab the calming incense, but I think we're going to be able to handle our stress relatively effectively. I'm going to buy some of the cheap food. Just to bolster us, and then having you consistently go first would be fine. All right, let's get this party started. Hey, Anton. How's it going? Good to see you. I did not equip our combat items, so let's...
The great cities of
Hoarder right off the bat kind of is unfortunate.
and a flame.
Yeah, we're not going to... I mean, we can go to the Hoarder just because I think the assistance encounter is a bit of a waste. But we'll only be buying combat items, which is a little unfortunate. Which means there will definitely be a Snappy Swig in here, but a Sagear is just so good for our cash flow. Hard to turn down. And let's see, I think you can take that. There's our swig. When we buy this, we buy this. Academy Ring. Repose skill plus 10%. Move piercing. That's not bad. Would have been fun to play with. But what can you do? I don't think we need the stimulating poultice, so we'll just grab that. Slap that there, and then we should be absolutely good to go on the librarian. This should be a very straightforward one. Just picked up a trinket from a roadside debris. Wrong target there. Should have went after this guy, but... yeah, if we had hit there, we probably would have saved ourselves a little bit of abuse.
Perhaps.
So with how slow our Crusader is, I think I'm starting to realize... So that's going to put us in stance, right? That did not put us in stance? Oh, it has to be upgraded. Okay. That's unfortunate. Did not occur to me that that might be the case. You're roasted now. I think I want our Crusader to only take one Holy Lance to get into position. Two seems a little aggressive. Although on the Librarian we're gonna want it.
What you can, and be off once more. Pity a soul so twisted by despair.
Do we want block or do we want vulnerable? We have a lot of healing, so let's go vulnerable. And then if I missed there, that would have been fine. Ooh, nice hit. Get deleted. There is an achievement for getting a hit of 20 with our girl the duelist, so maybe someday. Just fishing for just about anything. We got tons of time. This guy can't hurt us.
At last.
So we'll just fish for some friendship. Oh, we have the boot. It's the first time I've been able to use the boot. Alright. The boot was fun. Would recommend. 10 out of 10. Ooh, an enlightened element is very nice. Don't really care about Katniss doing less damage. That's fine. Minor anchoring charm is not of great interest. Ooh, the unsettling portrait. Never remember. Oh yeah, the unsettling portrait. We can get the cracked palette from that potentially.
The loathing whispers.
Coincidentally, I started a DD1 run the other day. Everything was going well until I had to stop ignoring the Crimson Court stuff, and yeah, now it's a slog. Well, you can disable the Crimson Court if it bugs you. I was not the hugest fan of the Crimson Court, admittedly. All right, well, if we're disagreeing no matter what, we might as well take this stuff. You are a martyr. Oh, and we picked up 2 unnatural pigments. Copy all positive tokens. That's very interesting. We did learn that the hard way last time in Lustrous, but no cracked palate for us this time. Most of the time it copies good stuff, though. Except when you really need it, right? That's the... So let's see. So for the librarian, yeah, we want you all the way in the back.
Unhinged by the impending apocalypse.
Ooh, that's a nice pickup, though. Because this is pretty unimpactful, and that's pretty impactful. All right. Nice little pickup there. A little bit of burn healing. This shadow is like extra weird for some reason.
The remains of philosophy, reason, and insight.
I was gonna say 10 is what he's normally hitting for. Love to see it. Good dodge there. Okay, now she is one. Okay, no, she is extremely dead. Now he's roasted. So yeah, so right now we can disengage to at least get into stance. But yeah, we don't have great... I don't really like her setup quite yet. I think it's going to get better, but... But yeah, I think I undervalued the upgrade on Touche.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
I think that is true. I think that is very true. Like, what is I'm curious. I'm curious some of the combos that you're thinking about in Lustrous, because admittedly I'm not, you know, I do have a very conservative play style, right? I like my control comps. I like having reliable taunt, etc. But I do understand that that is not the only way to play the game. All right, just get rid of you. Ooh, spicy. Not doing the boot as a finisher, tisk tisk. I did boot finisher, didn't I? Maybe not on that last one, but at some point.
Straightforward and effective.
All right, get deleted. All right, we get Snappy Swig Redemption. Charred Litany, too, which I'm actually kind of excited about. Complete catalog. This is a great haul. Assuming we don't die.
He teeters madly upon his ladder, reveling in the fiery destruction of human accomplishment.
I think we save that and we just do this. All right, the fight is now mostly over.
Measured and steady.
Okay. Let's see. Disengage and Touche can't do much. So I think we just put that back up. Ooh, I forgot we could burn that. That's a little unfortunate. You know, Nashif, I have played a lot more of Darkest Dungeon 1 still, despite my best efforts. That's kind of an unfortunate result there.
Extinguished at last.
But I love the art style of Darkest Dungeon 2. I'm really glad that they made this game. And I do also think that Darkest Dungeon 1 is probably like the GOAT, if I were to have to pick one. Like, I think Darkest Dungeon 1 is still the like, quote-unquote perfect game. But I'm still really excited for DD2 to kind of continue growing up and becoming what I hope it will become. Doing well, Artie? Do you find out where the strikes were on across the Obelisk? I shared them in the Discord, where they like literally came from. I can't tell if it is the same music or if the game somehow, or if they're just similar, but for now, yeah, Across the Obelisk is on hold, partly because I think I was just kind of done with stuff. But yeah, I do think DD1 remains just a perfect game. Can't boot him, unfortunately. Now, we're in defensive stance, which means that this will weaken you. I don't really care to weaken you. All right, we'll just do that. We need to juggle a bit because I don't really want to... Don't want to over-invest just in case anything weird happens here. Having this debate at length, the changes in DD1 and DD2 are striking, but I can't really blame them for going different. No, so I love the format of Darkest Dungeon 2. I like that it's episodic. I like that it's quick. You know, I can kind of go in, play some runs, and be done. The thing about Darkest Dungeon 1 that I think was the brilliant thing was that whoever did kind of like the sound and pacing design did such a truly amazing job with like getting the timing just so. And what I mean by that is that there's something so satisfying about when the voice actor actually, when Wayne June, the voice actor, says his lines. It's like, it's perfectly timed and there's so much tension. And this game is a little too fast-paced to make that happen. Now, we have 128 gold. We have a lot of negatives here. And our goal would give us the annotated textbook, which I just don't think I care that much about. So let's go left. We'll get the cash. That's a nice bit of stress healing. It's like the Heroes of Might and Magic situation. I'd rather have all the great games in 3 and 4 and 5 than have 3 multiple times. Yep, I see. Without knowing specifically the arc of the franchise, I agree that I think sometimes diversity of games is just fun. Like I like having a diverse set of games to choose from. I don't think it was Wayne, if I'm being honest. Like I think he did as good a job on the voice lines as could be expected. I think what it comes down to, when did we pick up Price of Pride? Holy smokes. That is a good trinket. I think that it is with lines like his, you need to give them time to breathe. Like there needs to be lulls, like, you know, walking down a hallway or something like that to kind of like allow the impact of the incredible things that he's saying really to land. So I think we're mostly just getting Rusty healed up here, but I think it is worth doing. We got basically everything I wanted out of the out of this region, and we're just going to throw away the annotated textbook anyways. Heroes 4 fan found. Yeah, so speaking of Heroes and Might and Magic, I have been thinking about things that we can do, and I don't know enough about the game yet to be able to tell you one way or the other, but I'm thinking I may do my first member exclusive content on Heroes of Might and Magic. All right, we're just gonna go all in on that. We're not gonna need the ablative powder. We can pick up the laudanum just to have it, but I think that's it for there. All right. Heroes 4 was the black sheep of the family. I wish I had more context. Ooh, some bandages. Would have been nice if we were going to reach. How many games does it have? I think the answer is a lot. I think the answer is a lot. I don't like that you can't get 2 riposts off of a single attack also. That's I'm a little bitter about that still. 7 for 1. You love to see it.
An unavoidable end.
All right. Didn't get to use our big dot there, but great. You are stealthed and that's unpleasant. Yeah, I think we need to get Touche up and running. Good dodge. And yeah, I think we need to move our Crusader forward 1. Heroes 4 introduced a lot of radical changes that made it too different from Heroes 3 and 5 for fans to like. That is a danger. People like incremental changes. Boot ya? Jacques Hughes.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
All right, we're gonna blow up this lady in the front extremely quickly. I want nothing to do with that crit token. Where are your blind tokens all coming from? Turn start first in turn order. Yep, I did that to myself. That is a self-inflicted injury if ever I have seen one. God, if you have combo, you can just boot people into oblivion. All right, I need to not make our boy Barristan, aka Rusty the Third, quite so fast. Ooh, spoken. We haven't used spoken sharply on Rusty in a while. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's great, but guess we'll do that for now. Have a speedy Crusader. I don't think we use anything else here. I liked having the Laden Lantern on Zeal for landing those burns. I actually really like it. Alright, we'll swap that back. We don't need a Fast Crusader. And then we can swap these two. Alright, a knotted tug rope. Hey, Doppel! Hadn't seen... Oh, yeah, you're there. Okay, your first message was dropping some... Oh, okay, you've been in part of the conversation. Sometimes I miss who's there. But when I saw the @ I was like, oh, snap. It's ya Doppel. Doppel. Alright, we don't need the Soothing Poultice. It does no good. Slap that there. We got 3 mastery out of that region. Not anything to write home about. We did pick up some negatives. I'm going to grab the songbook. And then let's open up with this. Oh, we just got eviscerated on that one. Holy cow. That was not pleasant. What are we looking at for... We picked up Squeamish, Tippler, and Sprained Ankle. I'm going to try and get rid of those.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
3 for 3. All right. That's what we're talking about. Clutched it out pretty nicely. Let's see. Grab the Incendiary. Grab the Ichor Bomb. I'm going to grab the whiskeys. We're going to have enough money after the region, but I know that we have at least one person on a breakpoint. Yep. Katniss and Rusty, we can pop them over. And Sahar and Zeal we can pop over. Katniss, Rusty. Sahar, Zeal. I'll buy the whittling tools if we still have the cash for it. Just to zero us out. Almost. All right. We got some good stuff here. The burn solve is going to be very hard to utilize. But we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll trophy up. There we go. Let's spend our mastery. So I said Touche was an important one. How much better does this get? This is knockback 2 stun. Oh, the boot can add combo when in offensive stance. Huh. That's interesting. I feel like we're using Crush fairly frequently. And then we're going to use Noxious Blast on the boss, so we'll grab that. All right.
And cantrips of our land, crumbling and undone.
And what is this? 20% damage against Cosmic. Lovely. All right.